Our devotion today is found in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 29. The purpose of the gifts God has placed within you is to build His kingdom. No matter the natural abilities you have or the skills you've developed, they can be used somehow to populate heaven. That being said, what do you do when everybody around you isn't living for Jesus, His cause, or isn't living with a can-do attitude of faith? David experienced this at 17 years old when he arrived at the battlefield with his brother's lunch. Goliath was screaming profanities at the Israelite army, and it seemed that everyone had given up hope. David doesn't listen to the giant's chatter, and he seemed to ignore the lack of faith he saw in his fellow men. Instead, he stayed focused on the cause at hand. Then David told Goliath that because God was with the Israelites, David was going to cut off Goliath's head and feed his body to the birds. David had a role to play in God's kingdom, and so do you. Don't let idle chatter get into your heart. Live your life the way that you and God decide, not based on what people say. And don't talk yourself out of being used by God because you've made mistakes. In the Bible, you can't find one perfect person except for Jesus. They all failed and made mistakes, yet God still used them. When everyone around you is down and defeated, you can be the one who is willing to stand up and believe God and His Word. Stay focused on Jesus' cause and the fact that He's empowering you to make a difference. Then just make yourself available even in the little things.